Hello. Instead of putting in the description what I use, I'm just going to show you real quick here. If you choose to, you can take a photo. I'm going to be using Cast and Craft for my white, a Nick Pro Chameleon powder, and this one is the blue, purple, red. It's just Nick Pro Chameleon powder. I am using a little brooch from Hobby Lobby. And then this set came in craft resin box of mica powders, and this one is apricot. I'm going to try that. I'm going to mix up my resin and be right back. Okay, so into this poinsettia mold from Pouring Your Heart Out, I've mixed a little bit of resin with about that much of the mica powder apricot. I am now going to pour a very slight edge on the side of this mold. And I hope I can do a very thin line. And I control that by how I'm squeezing this little paper cup. And I'm also sort of angling it up a little higher so that I can get to the edge more carefully. I tried this yesterday with some silver mica powder and it overtook the whole piece, so I was kind of sad about that. So I thought I'd do a different mica powder on the edge on this second attempt. Now this technique is kind of a throwback from Pouring Your Heart Out video. I think it's in the 1300s or the 1400s of Julie's, and I was reminded of it and I said, oh, I want to do this one again. So I've done one, but I'm wanted to do it again. So check her video, her YouTube channel, and you'll see some amazing pieces where she does the 3D bloom using mica powder. And I believe I can't remember, I think she used this mold as well. So do check it out. Okay, that seems to be flowing a little bit nicer. I'm not sure why I can't peek around the corner. I hope I'm getting the edge. I'm going to lift this up and see where I might have missed some. Right there. And I'm not going to be too fussy because I am going to be flooding this with some, oh, so I didn't need all that resin, so I'll have to find another use for that. I will mix up my white and my Nick Pro mica powder and be back again. Alrighty, so I am now going to sort of push this aside, and I know you're supposed to do it from the center and then it pushes out, so let's just do the normal way that you're supposed to do this. I've set aside some resin for my blue, as I mentioned, the Chameleon Nick Pro, and then I've also set aside for my white, where I'm using the Cast and Craft again. I'm going to let that spread to the edge while I mix up my white now. I did let my resin sit for a little bit to get to at least 35 degrees. In this cup, I've mixed the Nic Pro Chameleon powder. I'm going to be placing it in my piping bag. I will be mixing the Cast and Craft into the other cup of resin. And then I will place that in the piping bag. So you can either hang with me or fast forward while I get these two piping bags ready. And next time, I think I'll do a little bit more resin, because I think this layer is not very high, and I think it could have been a little bit higher, but I am going to, guess what, put some handles on it. I'm just crazy about those handles. I have one pair left, and I will be ordering some more if this works out. So the first thing I'm going to do, though, is try and pop these bubbles. These were hard for me also yesterday. I'll just do the surface ones. Let's see if I can coach these particular ones up to go away, or if I at least bring them up, maybe I can pop them. Okay, well, they're not all coming out. And I'm running out of time because my resin is getting warm. Okay, then I'm going to, just for fun, I'm going to spray my little brooch with alcohol ink, and then drop it in the center. Then eyeball it on my tippy toes if I've reached the center or not. That looks pretty centered. There's another bubble there. Okay, I am now going to place my two colors, the white and the blue, in my piping bag. And I do it in front of you, but I don't dare in case I miss and it falls into the mold. So as you wait or fast forward, once again, this is the poinsettia mold, the large one from Pouring Your Heart Out eBay store. The brooch was from Hobby Lobby. The Nic Pro Chameleon powder was from Amazon. Excuse the crunching noise. Sorry about the wait, guys. I always stir the mica powder really well, as I've been taught to do by many artists out there when they use mica powder in resin. I think this is such a pretty chameleon powder, mica powder. It kind of has a shift of blue purple, and I am so hoping this works out. Okay, so sorry again, crunchy, crunchy. Since I have room in this mold, I might put a top coat when I'm done. And if I do, I will skip that portion in the video and just get to the demolding and then getting it prepped to put the handles on. So let's hope. Okay, I'm getting my scissors. It's almost time to do the petling or the spirals. All right. Seem to be a little less prepared today for some reason. Okay, here we go. I am going to start with the blue. And I'm going to alternate. 1, 2. So I'm leaving a space in between so I can put my white. There's such a sparkle in this mica powder. I hope you can see it. It's ever so pretty. And I'm doing it slowly again, so that I can have an even flow of that resin come out. Making sure I have some of my, see where I've left off some thin points to go over, or thin lines rather. Then I'm going to go to my white before I spread out some more. Here comes the white. Let's see if I can lift it up. I think I'm learning, for me, that these spirals that you do need to be even in the sense of width of the line. So now I'm going to go white. Don't have a steady hand. Oh, I can tell that my lines are getting thin. That's because I need to reposition my hand. There's probably a better way of doing that. But do my blue. Oh, I sure hope this blue shows up. It's so pretty in my petals. I think I am going to have to put a top coat, only because I'm going to leave some space on the end, on the edge here. That apricot is very subtle. I did it deliberately. I didn't want it to be overpowering. I just wanted to give it a slight little effect. Instead of putting crushed glass or glitter on the edge, I went with the mica powder for a little spread. Okay, so I guess I could put white here. I'm always uneven. It's just so interesting. I'll squeeze as much of my white that I have left in my piping bag. Oh, that came out very thin. Oh dear, 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 dear. I wonder what would happen if I mixed my blue that I have more of with this white. I want to get this pretty thick. Okay, I suppose I could, well, I have some more left of the blue, but I'm going to leave it alone. So the next thing I'm going to do is draw my petals. And let's see, if I go like this and this, I'm going to try that today. Use the corners of this mold as a guide. This reminds me of Julie's Mystic mold. So I'm going to come in at an angle. And then here. Okay, then I am going to go out on these points. And I'm in a quandary as to whether I should put some in here. I think I will. Or shall I go out? Oh, what do I do? What do I do? I think I'll go out. Yeah, that looks right. So I think I am going to need to put a top coat, only because these center ones are not closing. The petals, but they seldom do because of the resin. This that's, for me, that's how they always work. So I think I'm just going to encourage them. I could do a syringe, but there's not a lot of resin here, so I'm just going to do a little swirl, and then, you know what, I guess it's okay to have a little white space. I really kind of want to do this without a background, but I think I might, so that maybe the colors pop up. All right, now I'm going to torch really carefully. I hope you can see the shifting of the colors. It's just really pretty. Okay, I will see you for the next step, and we'll see whether I whether I put a top layer or not. You know, I just thought of something. What if I just brought some of these in? Well, I can't see the rest, so oh well, I'm not going to mess with it anymore. I'm going to leave it. See you soon. Alrighty, boy, as I mentioned, I top coated it or back coated it with black. Oh my goodness, I hope this turned out. Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. That is pretty. That is so pretty. Look at that mica chameleon powder. Oh, and it closed up in the center. My brooch is a little off, but hey, I'm happy. Just take you in for a close-up. So what I'm going to do is brace the edges with some resin tape. Pour a clear coat because I want to use these amazing spoon and fork. This is kind of wispy. I kind of like how that turned out. So I hope you can see the shine on this, but I plan on placing a spoon and fork on the edge, and just stay tuned for the video, for a photo at the end of this. Thank you so much. I am happy. Oh gosh, silly me. I was so excited. I forgot. I had extra black, and I remembered these holographic molds from Pouring Your Heart Out that I absolutely love. So I'm going to let's reveal one at a time. So this one, I was crazy about this when this mold came out from Julie. I don't know if you can see how it just, oh, it's just magical, that effect that it does. I hope the camera is picking it up. So that's one there. And then this other one, everybody should have these molds. They're so fantastic. And here's the other one. This is just the coolest of many molds. So see if I can move it around so that you can see it. Go in for a close-up. Oops, sorry. So these are the holographic individual molds, and I know she has a set in a 4 set of these molds. So stay tuned for more photos. Alrighty, and here comes the tray. Oh, how pretty with the handles. I'm just crazy about them. Thank you so much, Julie, for letting us know. And I'm hoping you can see the little brilliance of that blue mica powder. It's the Nick Pro Chameleon powder. So just giving you a close-up. And there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching.